other common thing about this is the technical issues.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
I have my
specifically,
TV all set. I have my TV all set up too, just in case the share watch doesn't work.
yeah. Oh, we'll try it for Ahsoka, but we'll see what happens. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to. Oh, I forgot to change the way. Not
Change anything?
episode, not 7, 8. There it is. Now we're fixed on the graphics. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the TASG watch party on a Tuesday night. It all comes down to this. It's the final episode of the season 3, episode 8 of The Mandalorian. And we're still trying to figure out who the spy is from last week. So tonight on the panel, we are starting things a little bit earlier. We got Jensen on the other side.
Yo.
And down below, introducing for the first time, we have the Emperor himself, Mr. Mark Monarch. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So
Here.
last week, he joined us in our chats, and a lot of your insights really filled in a lot of gaps in the knowledge that we have. Um, Both not just because the universe is just so expansive, but things that we haven't read about in Star Wars literature, as well as canon and legends. So, thank you for coming in, and we're excited to have you on board with us as we head into other series such as Ahsoka and Star Wars Visions coming up as well. So it's going to be a good time. So thank you for joining us. But yeah,
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I can like I told you last week, I could literally talk about Star Wars
I could do this all day.
nonstop. So I could do this all day. Yeah, exactly. As Captain America once said, I could do this all day.
Of course, of course. So yes, let's jump right into it. In the last one, the spy. I want to get into theories right now. There have been so many of them floating around the internet. And starting with you, Mark, who do you think the spy is?
Well, I've been reading around. I've been reading a lot of and it always like goes back to the armor,
Hmm.
but I'm also say that it could be either three or at least one of the Mandalorians that they meet on the planet they land, because they've done whatever they had to survive. They were
Yeah.
mercs, so and I don't know if you guys caught this, but I caught this the moment I saw Moff Gideon in person, like in person in the show, like when he was talking to I forgot her name, Eli Kane or something like that. Um, if you looked at the walls, you would that was a dead giveaway that he was already a Mandalore.
Interesting. I didn't get a chance to rewatch it. Frankly, I actually started re-binging the the entire season. I only got as far as episode 3, but that's a very interesting observation on that one. Jensen
Like,
going. Oh,
sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. You want to add? Go ahead.
Like before he started walking towards the Shadow Council,
Mhm.
if you look at the background, I don't know if any of you guys want to take a quick look where the new episode happens. Like, look at the divide between what looks like an Imperial hallway and then all those rocks, and it makes sense that um the Mandalorians were chasing the I guess they're Gideon's version of
Ooh,
stormtroopers that from rocks to hallway.
yeah.
Kind of again, it was like a dead giveaway that they were already a Mandalore, and that if you pay attention in the background, then you would realize like, oh my, he's been there the whole time. That's why I'm worried about Mandalorians taking Mandalore, because it would have ruined what was already there that Gideon had already established, which was a new
Dang.
boundary of sorts. So
Wow. That's good.
That
yeah,
is a good observation, my guy. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Jen, what's your theory?
Um, so I think it could be the Axe Woves, since as soon as the battle started, as they were retreating, he's like, "Oh, I'm a dip," and then he goes through the perfectly sized hole for him to escape through. Um, or it could also like anti-Mark said, uh,
The
that
Emperor.
the Emperor, uh, that it
Is
could
he
be
talking? I didn't
those
hear him.
the
Oh, are
I'm not
you
muted.
you hear him that time?
I can only hear you.
Oh,
Interesting.
Starts.
just technical issues as we always have here.
Yep.
Yep.
He said.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and start from the beginning again.
That it could be Axe Wolves. Uh, since he decided to leave as soon as the battle started.
I might just have to pull up the on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. Because you could hear me
Yeah,
regular
Jen,
Mark.
you're coming in. You're coming
Okay.
in fine. Mark, you're coming
Interesting.
in fine. Could it be
I can
the?
hear him on the phone now.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I suppose that works. So basically, I believe Axe Wolves
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to
is
listen to him through my phone.
all good. Um, so I believe it's Axe Wolves since he left right during the first little bit of battle, and perfectly there's a person-sized hole in there. So or it could be the pirates since somehow a bunch of them got sick all at once, which is kind of sus, and led them straight to the forge where they knew where to come to.
I highly agree. Um, both are very solid theories, but I'm gonna stick to the armor theory. But a lot of people are still saying again that could be a red herring, where it could just be somebody else. Could be Axe Wolves, could be someone else. Who knows? We'll find out. Hopefully in this one. But I want to take the time right now to open to the larder. We were looking at the first, this the last episode. Now let's open it up to the season as a whole. Now I will say that this season has been a roller coaster of ups and downs, and some episodes here and there have been somewhat divisive to the Star Wars community at hand. So I'm gonna toss it back to Jen right here to talk about the out of tens, uh, at least how we rate this season so far out of 10. Now, Mark, you said that uh, that you're holding off on your rating for last episode to see what's going to happen for this one. But starting off with Jen, what is your out of 10 for the show? And I think you did the math for us
Yeah.
for the entire season so far.
So far, I have rated it 8.25. You have rated it at a 7.9 so far, at least.
Mark, what is your rating
Overall,
overall so far?
so far, well, comparatively compared to the other two, I'm gonna be a little bit more critical. I would honestly it uh anywhere between out of
Out of
10,
10.
right?
Out of 10.
Yeah.
For me, the season feels like it just started, but so with the penultimate episode, so I was sadly compared to the other two, I'm gonna have to give it like a 5 or a 6.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I mean
Uh,
compared to the other seasons, they were fine, but
yeah.
the way that I'm looking at this season, Jen, you want to say it? You told us this in rehearsals, but you want to say it? Oh, yeah, all of a sudden you don't want to bring it up.
What?
What I said for 3 different episodes.
Oh yeah. So every time you would rate it a 9, which you did 3 times, you said this was the best episode of the series so far.
God, boy, was I
Copy paste
wrong.
every single time.
What were the numbers of those episodes?
9 3 times.
What were what were the numbers? What are the numbers? So, or the episode numbers at least that I rated 9. Well, the last one,
Episode
obviously.
2. So episode 2,
Oh God.
episode 5, and episode 7.
Episode 2, episode 5, and episode. At least I didn't say that about 6. I found 6 to be
Yeah.
entirely camp, very camp. Still give it an 8. But this season narratively didn't barely little to nothing. But I had to say that the world building in this one was top notch. We got to see the parts of the New Republic that haven't been explored yet. Zeb, um, and the different pirates that are not Hondo Onaka. So I consider the world building aspect to be top notch in this season so far, but narratively it's done nothing. And nothing up until the last like episode 7 last week. So that's my reasoning for it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I really thought that the segment would last a little bit longer. Stretch it
See,
out.
for
Stretch it.
me,
Yeah, go ahead.
like a rating would not be as low if it was called, Clan Crease or the Bo-Katan show or whatever, because it seems like a lot of this season, starting from the first episode, was Bo-Katan's season. Like, you know how Boba Fett, they had 2 episodes that were strictly Mando's.
Yeah.
Entire season, it seemed like most of it was Bo's, starring Din. So
Din
if it
taking a
was,
back seat.
yeah, Din seemed like he
Interesting.
was taking a backseat, even though he was on screen for a majority. It's like, what comes to my head, it's like if you watch a Batman movie and if the Joker is the main villain, it says Batman, it's the Joker's movie. Then it seemed like that, where the main protagonist, even the main focus, it seems like it's Bo-Katan's.
An Avengers movie, but it's Captain America Civil War. I agree. Um, so hopefully we'll see what happens. A lot of people have been saying that this is a transitionary season as we get ready for the Ahsoka series and Skeleton Crew and the Acolyte. So, but mainly focusing on the Ahsoka series coming this August. Um, Hopefully we'll be all here and able to do the show. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we just got to wait a little bit longer. But what is it? We're wrapping up. This is halfway of April, May, June, July, August. 4 months until more Star Wars. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Speaking of Boba Fett, did you guys hear the rumor that he might show up in this finale?
I personally did. Um, Jen, you?
I did not.
There was a leak-ish, I think, from a German Star Wars page that said that Boba Fett would be in this one, but I'll believe it when I see it. But I've been hearing rumors of a post-credit scene that will transition right into the Ahsoka series. But most importantly, and I think this is probably the most disappointing, is the runtime.
9
38
minutes.
minutes. 38 minutes. What do you think? Do you think that's accurate?
If it's 38, 39 minutes, then to be satisfied, it has to feel like a finale. It has to be jam packed with action. It has to tie up a lot of loose ends by the time the credits roll. Um, like I said last week, in the chat, their track record with surprise cameos in the end speaks for itself. So I'm not um, that I'm already expecting there to be a cameo, so I wouldn't. I'm not gonna be disappointed in that aspect of it.
Mhm.
Question is, who will it be? So is it gonna be Thrawn? Is it gonna be Captain Pelion? Is it gonna be Ahsoka? Is it gonna be, you know, Boba? So I'm
Many.
personally hoping that it's gonna be Thrawn. Just-
Okay. I
if they do it with
agree.
Ahsoka, I mean, I would be, if they do it with Ahsoka, I wouldn't be as shocked. It would be, it'd be nice, but it wouldn't be that cliffhanger that you want.
Right.
Because Thrawn being contacted by Palion about, in failing failure with the Mandalorians, then that would, you know hook people to want to watch Ahsoka. Not that they don't want to already, but
Oh,
even
that
more
hype was already
because
insane for it.
yeah, it'll only build up even more. So
If it were to me, if aside from that possible Boba Fett, I yeah, I'll agree with the Thrawn. I think Thrawn would lead more, especially if you're transitioning right to Ahsoka. Thrawn would be
Yeah.
the number one cameo for this one, but like, just like the excitement for not just that show, but for tonight's episode dropping in a couple minutes, is it's just the excitement is palpable, man.
I know.
been
It's
ruling out the possibility of Sabine showing up because uh, she's
that's right.
Mandalorian.
That's right
It
because
seems like this is the episode where it's like Mandalorian that we know, because he's dead, is gonna show up.
yeah, R.I.P. to the
That way, I'm
King
not gonna be
Taz.
surprised if they don't all, but
It would be fun, but we'll see what happens.
um,
All season long, I've been like, "Is this Sabine? Is this Sabine?" The funny thing is that a lot of people thought that we would see Sabine, Sabine or some sort of Mandalorian clan in that bubbled city, but it ended up just being Lizzo and Jack Black.
uh,
Uh,
gonna
is there
on
anything that
that.
we have not yet seen? If there anything we have not yet seen yet from the trailers? That's the big question.
For the new ones,
Yeah, at least from the initial trailer from, do I dare say, go all the way back to Celebration. Um, I think all of those beats have already been presented, so it's just gonna be a true episode 8. We'll see what happens as we wait that dread.
John Dave wrote this, and so I'm not any to get together. I'm not worried,
Alrighty,
even if the runtime is less than,
less than expected.
because I was expecting it to be uh 45 minutes,
Yeah.
but
All right. Well, it's here, and it's just about 41 minutes. Do I dare say coincidence? R.I.P. Kobe to the King. Episode 8 is 41 minutes, chapter 24. So, kind of feels fitting. All right, Jen, we just need you to drop in.
Dropping
One person.
me.
Link is there. Everybody's in.
Okay.
And here we go. Mark, we'll see you at the end, or are you gonna hang by?
I'm gonna. Let's see. Hold up. Let me see. I'm gonna set it up on my TV, and then I'll probably meet you guys in the end, just so I can turn off everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
So
log in on the
I'll
TVs.
just mute myself, and then yeah.
Yeah, if you see something happening, feel free to pop in.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Alrighty, here we go.
I'm gonna lead you on though, so that I know when to press play.
As a contingency.
Cool. It also showed up on my TV too. Okay, cool.
Oh, let's see what happens with that. Alrighty, here we go. Starting stream in 3, 2, 1. And this is the TASG watch party of The Mandalorian season 3, 20, episode 8. Follow along to the.
Time Kryze led a squadron of Mandalorians alongside Din Djarin and his covert.
Cannot. Those two factions are sworn enemies.
Feel free to follow along. We're in the lower right, but we did skipping a few seconds, so we are a little bit behind. Give me a second. Beskar. Those Praetorian guards out of nowhere from last week. All right. Ooh.
Yo,
What if
POV.
true? I was like, what if there's somebody else who's in that prison? If there's someone else that they were taking him to.
With the little advert or the recap they did
Yeah.
talking about Moff Gideon, you did your own experiments. I'm wondering if he made clones of himself
Ooh.
because he made a point of saying that the best It's the best version of Dark Trooper because I'm in it. Cute. Oh my god, it's Bacta spray.
Hey now. Don't. Just like the finale, IG-11. IG-12 to the rescue.
Oh my gosh.
Dada? Yes. Okay. The return of what? The return of what? Who? Whoa. Yeah. As Bo-Katan once said, a Mandalorian with a jetpack is a weapon. Let's go. That's fucking epic.
Oh my god, the return.
Wow.
The return. I can only think of one person.
What's your time point?
Mine?
Yeah. So we're show timers at 6:36.
I don't know. It just tells me that how much is left.
Interesting.
So I'm at like 34 something.
Uh-oh.
So you tell me you left R5 here this whole time?
The return of
Oh,
who? The return of who? If you're just joining us, 8:36, 8:41, sorry, of a possible 41 minute episode.
Dang.
Ooh. Do you think this is sacrifice or? Oh,
I think so. He just set the turbo lasers in one position.
I think he's aiming. No, there's no ship above him.
Oh, he is aiming.
To sacrifice my own life for Mandalore. That's an old meme.
Well, dude, this is just Phantom Menace.
Basically. Lower the shields. No.
Damn.
Ooh. That's a hunter move. Ooh. Slowly but surely getting. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, of course.
No, 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 no. Hmm? Uh oh. Uh oh. That's so cute. I'm sorry. It's like whoop whoop. Home run. Whew.
Oh my god.
I've never seen mouse droids do this before. Just fly away. Bruh. Oh wow. Yeah, they they're all Moff Gideon clones. Dear
Oh,
Lord. For the first time ever, bring the iPad
yep.
close to the face.
Damn.
What's happening in this specific?
Yep. I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh shit. That is. How else is he supposed to run all those Los Pollos Hermanos locations?
Uh, wow.
Oh wow. Just joining us, 15 minutes, 41 seconds of a 41-minute episode. Life finds a way.
Okay, so all three of the possibilities out the window.
Right off the bat. And they used the atmospheric hell as a distraction, so they don't know. They don't know where they are. Unless the return means that they are. This is our return to Mandalore, which would kind of be disappointing.
No. Return to something else.
The return of someone, something, or the return of the Mandalorian people to their homeworld.
That's probably what it is.
Did I accidentally hit stop recording? Oh my god. Did I hit stop streaming? Okay. I lost the a father?
Huh?
Oh my god. Welcome back to Facebook, by the way.
Which is why the one clone woke up because force sensitive.
Jeez.
Bruh,
Oh my god. They're back.
not this shit again.
A lot of people said that. Oof. Oh my god.
Saves the day.
Is he gonna
Wait a
jump?
second.
No. What? Are they gonna? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. They're gonna kill Grogu?
Bruh.
Are you? Jump. Yes. This is an. Ooh. Now he's winning that battle. Hey now. Yeah. Oh shit. Oof. Oh no. Do what Luke taught you. Oh. How did I just drop?
God
Wow.
damn.
Did we ever get to see her fight with it? Oh my god.
No way. Absolutely no way.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Wow.
Wow.
Damn. My god.
Holy shit.
He did what Kanan couldn't.
Oh my
He did
god.
what Kanan couldn't. This is a redemption for episode 1 or for the season 1 finale. But wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Wow.
He did what Kanan couldn't. Unbelievable. He must be pretty tired after that.
Yep.
It's nap time, baby. That being said, I still think he's alive. I do not believe that he is dead.
Oh yeah, I don't think so either.
Somehow Moff Gideon returns. Oh? I may have been right. "28 minutes. We still have around 13 minutes left. At least. There you go.
No way he's gonna talk.
First words. Dada.
Oh my
What?
god.
What? He sees
Oh, we're going in. Oh, he sees the mythosaur.
under. Hey yo.
What a transition. Oh, yes. They're lighting the forge. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yes. Oh wow. Crossing, 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 crossing. Hey now. Hey now. More Zeb?
What?
More Zeb? What's gonna happen here? Oh, I mean
Oh,
Carson Teva. Carson Teva first, but
oh.
uh,
There's Dave. Filoni's up back left.
the iconic hat. I was like, oh, it was like the Bridger one. Is that how he got to Batu? So Din is going to be assisting the New Republic. He's got his cheeky nuggies.
Oh.
The brain. Bring back IG-11 as it is. I don't know how to feel about that still. And Zelens, maybe. Yeah, he's back. He's back. Yeah.
Cute.
Unlike the Bad Batch, they actually settle. Still plays with the frogs. Interesting. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Wow.
5 minutes, 6 seconds. I don't know if there's gonna be that post-credit scene, as they say.
There could.
Yeah. There's nothing that says skip to end credit scene, so that's the most. That's
That's
probably
true.
that. Like that could be it. We're gonna bring Mark in just a second, but I think he's also waiting for a post-credit scene. I don't know. It's good to hear this theme in full again.
Mm-hmm.
I've missed it. I miss Ludwig Göransson. That's it.
No, I guess not.
Seriously? Okay. Well, wait.
My bad.
Welcome back.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, I would. Uh, hmm.
Every theory was shot.
We never found out who the spy was. We never found out. It. I really don't know how to feel about it right now.
Kinda
Uh,
well, kinda did, but it was just one spy. It was Gideon's uh right hand, but in terms of like no, because yeah, I don't know. Because last week's episode title indicated two, like more than one spy, because spies plural,
multiple.
but it's so weird.
Damn,
I
I was
mean,
holding my breath so long for a post-credit scene, which we did not get this time around. So, no cameo.
cameo. Wow, I guess their track record,
That broke the track record.
pretty much.
Um. Well, so many things happening at once.
It was a finale for sure.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
wasn't this wasn't the finale that I guess everybody expected. Like everyone was expecting the armor, to backstab them just because she has horns, and Gideon had horns in his helmet. So saying like, oh, they were surviving Mandalorians
Mandalorians. Ugh.
yeah, from when Maul, took over, and every single one of his commandos had horns in their helmets. But guess not.
Yeah, But that's what happened. And we talked about this all the way back to the, I think, WandaVision days, expectations versus reality. And the reality, if you have the expectations that high,
Yeah.
you will be disappointed.
Yeah.
And we had such high expectations for this one, and I'm a little bit disappointed.
I think it's
So
because we're fresh off of Celebration, so
true.
with
With all the
Thrawn and
announcements, yeah.
and like
Some of those announcements would have made
Yeah.
sense to tie in, but it didn't.
I gotta remember, like this was finished months before probably what they had edited shown at Celebration, and therefore it was like tight. Probably didn't have anything shot by the time they finished this versus the time they started production on Ahsoka and putting Lars Mikkelsen in the blue makeup and stuff like that. So
Yeah, even that was like he. Dare I say he was a terrible liar? We all knew it was going to be him, but I don't know. But considering that this name was the return, a lot of us. I don't know about you, but I personally thought that, or me and or
Oh, no,
Jen, you
no.
thought it was going to be the return of somebody. Boba Fett didn't even
Yeah.
show up.
he didn't even show up.
Boba Fett didn't even show up. So it's again, it's those expectations and reality hitting, and this is the reality. So Din Grogu, how we feeling about that?
It's okay.
I mean, it's no Rey Skywalker, but
Of course not.
Din Grogu. Mark, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it was already that they just decided to brand it.
Interesting. Interesting indeed.
When what was the original task? The original task was for Din to bring him to his kind, which everyone thought was going to be, Yoda's species. We're finally going to see it, but
We never saw it.
I was thankful that we never saw it because I come from the old school mentality where it's like I don't want Yoda's species to be shown. I mean, the most we got was Yaddle, but that was George playing around because it's years before, therefore let's show another one. But Yoda's species to be kept what it was, what it has been, a mystery. So then when they said their own kind, or they meant other Jedi, I was like, okay, I will accept that. Meaning Ahsoka, eventually Luke. So when Grogu chose the chainmail versus Yoda's lightsaber, I was like, he's going back to Din, and then eventually, in my head, I already knew he was gonna get adopted. Wasn't already, now it's just by name now. So
yeah. So now it's making
already
things
heading that
official.
way.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
It's a good point.
Better than Rey Skywalker for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because it actually makes sense.
Rather than just
I want to.
I'm gonna just take this last name, and they they just stare off in blank horror or something.
This one, the originator of the name gave it to Grogu, so it makes sense.
Written in song, interesting. Instead of the creed, that's a whole bunch of Mandalorian lore, right then and there. But yeah, we kind of ish saw the mythosaur just awake, so nothing went forward with that storyline. It's just, hey, just remember that this thing is still there. It's still alive.
Dave might use it for his movie if there's not another season of this.
True, because I feel like they're playing it safe, and especially with the, well, first of all, the impending Writers Guild strike.
Yeah.
that's a little bit
Other
iffy
one.
about the future of different stories because they like 2008 was the last Writers Guild strike, and the like there were many movies and TV shows that were canceled or scrapped or put in the back burner, and it's definitely gonna hit um all of the movie studios hard, and especially in lieu of many layoffs, especially with the Walt Disney Company, with another round set for a couple of weeks from today. Um, it's it's tough. It's going to be tough to see where the future actually lies with Star Wars. So I'm nervous to see if this Writers Guild strike when slash if it does happen, because it was approved by quote 97% of the guild that if it does happen, I'm definitely thinking that some of those Star Wars projects that were announced, at least further down the line, I don't think actually no. No, I think we're safe for now because all of them look like they've been in some sort of production. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But anything further down the line, I think the couple of the I don't know. I really don't. I was
The
really
ones
hoping.
that are already announced,
Yeah. I don't know
they
about
haven't gotten into production yet, might get affected. Like Dave, I think Kathleen Kennedy said Dave's movie won't be until like another 5 or 6 years.
and it's interesting that
So
they're gonna prioritize that the Ray movie. So honestly,
Ugh.
and when they do the Ray movie, they better have Finn. Do him justice. Um,
out of the three, that's the one I'm the least excited about.
same, and then I just want to see what Taika Waititi's was.
Wow.
But
He
slash
said
is
he said it's still he's still working on it. That's why it's not being as much.
work
So
on it faster or something. I don't know what other projects he has though, other than voicing IG-11 slash IG-12. Um, but yeah,
you guys, I had you muted while I was watching, but I was looking at this at my laptop from time to time, and I just bring up the fact that I it seems like you guys almost you Mark because I can see you they almost had you with Grogu being killed off.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I was like, are they seriously gonna try to? And that's no. I was like,
I
come
was
on.
like, the moment
The doors
Torian
started closing.
guards, I was like, how many people are actually gonna believe that they're gonna kill off their number one sales, their number one merch seller?
Yeah.
Just had him in another form with IG-12. Therefore, there's another Black Series right there that people are gonna hammer for.
I think we're definitely gonna get the new and improved Dark Trooper. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I just
Think
lost
of
my
the
train of thought.
think of clone the clones of Gideon.
Yes. The force sensitive one, and that's why I think Grogu had that little connection there, and that's why he woke up. Same with Jen. Jen said that,
Yeah.
but is the first thing that came to our minds is the force sensitivity. But um, do you still think? I personally think that he's still alive because
Oh,
just Moff Gideon,
Gideon?
Gideon,
Yeah, because he was wearing the armor.
yeah, he's safe. He is fine. He Professor Callahan himself.
Exposed parts of the armor probably got burned, so he probably might have, skin that
Anakin
from
Skywalker stuff.
parts. Like if you take off the armor, you know exactly where to place the plates because those are the ones that are unaffected. So it's like sections of his body will be have the burns are perfectly shaped into the exposed parts of the armor. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still alive. He's too good. When it comes to villains, like, nothing really surprises me anymore in terms of Star Wars villains
Oh
because
yeah,
for some reason writers keep making them into these
but specifically deaths as
anticlimactic
well.
deaths. I mean, now nobody seems to die in Star Wars anymore except for Qui
Exactly.
Gon Jinn.
Or Yaddle. in
Battle.
Tales of the Jedi. Um, yeah, I'm like, there's no way he died. The clones of Gideon, yeah, they died, but
Um,
um,
aren't ready, but Gideon himself, I think he's still alive. It's General Esposito. You're gonna have him show up episode before the finale and then kill him off the next one.
nah.
I with a high profile actor like that, I'm like, no, you're gonna save him for a movie. So therefore, Dave, if there's no season 4, then he's definitely gonna save him for the movie.
And let's go into that aspect right there. Do you think we'll see a season 4 of this show? Let's start off with Jen.
Yeah, definitely 100%.
How long do you think we'll see it? Like
Ooh, maybe to a season 5.
to a season 5, so around 2 years from now, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Because now would be the great time to start pre-production and then use all of 2024 for that to shoot, and sometime in time for Celebration Japan. That would probably be the next thing. Because right now, coming up, we have Ahsoka in August. We have Skeleton Crew somewhere further down. But then 2024, Bad Batch Season 3. Bad Batch Season 3, The Acolyte. And that's at least all that I can remember. If Visions gets a Season 3, but that's essentially Legends. So what do you think? I'm gonna toss it over to Mark now. Do you think we'll get a season 4? If so, when do you think it would be?
I agree. Probably like 2-3 years from now.
Because we got that next celebration,
We
2025.
got, and that's so weird that they're now doing it annually versus the biannually thing like they used to do before the pandemic. But hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
um, uh, if we're doing the bi thing, then they probably would have had like a presentation at the Star Wars celebration if it were happening 2 years from now. But um,
anything can
probably
happen.
two can happen. Yeah, exactly. Probably 2 years from now would be a season 4. Um, of not really because now that there's Ahsoka and everything, like I don't know how these, and they're all written by Dave, so there's gonna be some crossover. Therefore, it's like it's hard to read.
It's also very hard to stay perfect in the eyes of the fandom, because this has been a season that, again, people have had. I feel like this is the most divisive season of the Mandalorian. That everybody's like, oh, like season 1 and 2 are amazing, and then parts of season 3 people liked, people didn't like, people loved, people truly hated. It's all over the place, and
Yeah.
it's
I think
yeah,
I think
it's
if it is all over the place, but I think if you reordered um episode by tone, been a lot better, even if it is basically the Bo-Katan season. So like if the episode with Lizzo and Jack Black happened much earlier versus something
in the
can't
back
remember
half of the season.
dark. Yeah, you start light and then go back to dark. Like
Yes,
remember like so like the Dr. Pershing episode could have been the latter half of the season, you know, versus wait, what was that episode? remember.
4.
Something like that. Yeah, that was too early.
3 or
Therefore,
4,
like,
the longer one.
therefore, like, Return to Coruscant would have been much better if it was, later on in the season.
I agree.
Closer to, much closer to when that probe droid, went to, I can't remember. Let me look at the name. Like Eli Kane or something like that. Hold on.
Yeah. Eli Kane.
Elia Kane,
Group
yeah.
those episodes together as an arc, and then that would lead into these final 2 episodes. So I think the final 2 episodes are perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Just as you
It's
said,
just
reorder it. But
it's just reordering, yeah.
that's a good way of putting it, because but there's also other storylines of Mandalore that would also make sense, yeah. I would say, ooh, okay. So challenge this time. We have 8 episodes right now. By chapters, how would you rearrange it?
I have to look up the chapter list. Hold on,
So-
let me look it up. Let's see. Star Wars Mandalorian. You want to give it? You want to have? I'll answer this second, so you can.
All right. While Mark figures that out, we're gonna jump right into the out of 10. So I'm gonna start with Jensen. Now that we have the episode finished here, and with the context of the 2 episodes and the context as the season overall, how would you give this episode out of 10?
Honestly, I'd give it
A 7.
9.5.
9. 9.5.
Because
Oh,
they
he
just,
gives it a 9. Sorry, I didn't hear.
Well,
him.
yeah.
For Jen. Jen gave it a 9, which means your
Okay.
overall score would go to.
Well, I don't know. Probably a little more. So let's say
It
an
would
8.5.
just 8.5 for you. I'm gonna agree with Mark. It's gonna be a 7.5 for me. Just because it just felt like it was ending rather than transitioning to the Ahsoka series, which is what I thought this episode would be. But it just wasn't that. The return didn't end up being a return of a hidden character or a secret character that we haven't seen in ages, nor was it the return of Boba Fett, Fennec Shand. It was the return of, it's exactly what I said. It's like it's the return of the Mandalorian people back to Mandalore. And
I
again,
mean, which still falls into the title. It just wasn't what we were expecting.
yeah, just
We
disappointed
were
by
expecting the
expectation.
return. Yeah. I mean, it still makes sense, the return,
Yeah.
Just like, Return of the Jedi, people thought, oh, it's return of Luke Skywalker, when in reality it was actually a return of Anakin.
Yes.
Therefore, this one, it's like return to Mandalore. Okay, so I'm looking at the chapter titles, and I feel like I can't even remember. So Guns for Hire was the what? It was the Lizzo episode, right?
Guns for Hire was the Lizzo episode.
It would have to be. Let's see. So episode 1 would be.
I don't know how to feel about this. Baby. Yeah, he's back. Yeah. How far behind are you in the stream? Oh, because
Is he still
we ended
watching
up.
it?
No, because I hear it in the background. I was like,
oh.
Which, by the way, apologies to our Facebook viewers. The stream somehow cut off in the middle for the Facebook stream, but we maintained on our YouTube side, and that's what matters. I also need to charge my mouse. We'll give you a little bit more time with that, but while while he gets that taken care of, I
See,
think. Oh,
it's
you got
hard
it.
because it's hard because I have an idea, but it's like them meeting, not them meeting, Bo-Katan going with them. That's what's throwing me off because she has to appear in certain episode in order for like it to make sense in my mind.
Yeah,
You know, so
it's just one of those things. But I think we'll just agree that if it was rearranged, then yeah, it would make more sense.
the last three would definitely be like the last three would definitely start with, um, whatever episode was
The longest
Dr.
episode, so
Pershing in,
the convert,
which is the convert. Yeah, it would be the convert.
19,
Then the
23,
files.
24. 19, 23,
Yeah,
24. I think the pirate could be earlier. 21 and 22, I would move to the front half of the season. Foundling would be around the
the
middle.
foundling definitely would be like the front half. The
It's
foundling's the chase with the bird, right?
yes. I would
Yeah,
still.
so
I
that would
think
be
that
that seems like a fun one. So
21, 22. We move to the back half. Minds of Mandalore. Do you
see, if I
think?
was to rearrange it, I wouldn't just, huh?
Do you think the what do you call it? Minds of Mandalore, number 18. Do you think that should be front half or towards the middle?
That's him and Grogu going to Mandalore for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Towards the middle, because that
Yeah.
they're already going to the mines. See, if I was to rearrange it, I wouldn't just do it by chapter titles. I would pick apart certain scenes in the different episodes and rearrange that too.
Yeah. Because it just felt like all over the place all at once, and there were so
Yeah.
many episodes where it was just the middle what meant almost nothing but world building, and then very ends and the very start would be uh the actual plot, and we didn't get true
Yeah.
plot until the very end. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, season 3 comes to an end. Overall final season score, Mark, we'll start with you.
Overall, 7.
7. Jen, you're going off the math of this one, so you're going 8.5.
8.5, yeah.
And mine would stick just to a lower 7, right?
What you scored at 7, so like 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's season 3. 7.5 for me, 7 for Mark down below, and 8.5 for Jen. So it was a roller coaster of ups and downs and many different directions. And in this episode, just the expectations, man. You never know if it hits or if it doesn't, and frankly, for me, it just didn't. I will say
It wasn't bad. It was just, it just wasn't.
it.
It just
Yeah, it
seemed
wasn't
like the
bad. It was
Bo-Katan series.
all right. If the Mandalorian, you are talking about other Mandalorians, yes. But if this is just a Din and
Yeah.
Grogu show as they have presented over the last 2 seasons, then yeah. But I definitely think it was probably the fault of Din's arc in the Book of Boba Fett that changed directions. There are also aspects of Rangers of the New Republic that I definitely think should have been a show, but unfortunately it wasn't. And They had to put the storylines in there somehow, and they decided to put it in to season 3 of The Mandalorian. So if we get a season 4, we hope to see it soon. But for now, our focus is going to shift now to the next Star Wars series at hand, Vision Season 2. Vision Season 2 will be dropping on May the 4th, but because of work commitments, we'll be pushing the stream to Tuesday the 9th. So stay tuned for that, time TBD. And then the next series after that will be Ahsoka at the end of the summer in August. Thank you guys for joining us here tonight here at the TASG Watch Party. Before we go, I just want to make an announcement right here, right now. We put out a new vlog earlier today. A quick little preview of the new DVC Lounge. It's already there on the channel right now. But moving forward, as we head into the summer series, or as we head into the summer season, so recently, I came upon, I was, what do you call it? I had a drink or two at Trader Sam's, and I agreed to purchase a unfinished Mandalorian helmet, just straight off the 3D press, or 3D print, and dare I say,
That
I'm
looks
going to make a
nice.
kid out of it. That is going to be the next evolution of TASG Vlogs as we head over into the summer season. But we'll see what happens. I'm starting to talk to a lot of the folks that we were hanging out with in WonderCon for any advice and help. So that's that. I'm very excited to pull that off over the next few months. It's going to be a while, but I really want to get this done by Halloween, but it's going to be a tough
That'd be
task.
so
It's
sick.
going to be an expensive task, but we'll see what happens as we head into the summer season. So I'm gonna,
Cool, but we could join up with the Mercs if you wanted to.
dude, exactly. But like
Yeah.
I'm
And
excited.
They're less strict.
That is true. They are. So that's gonna be the next evolution of the vlog coming up. And I don't have an exact start time for when I'm gonna chronicle that, but we'll cosplay cosplay corner. I don't know. I was originally gonna do an Ezra Bridger coming out of WonderCon, but then a few weeks later, and I want to thank Day Mendoza for hitting me up. I was like, you're giving it to me for cheap now. I still have to do everything else. So it's that part plus all the other parts to create an entire kit. I'm excited. I am nervous. I've never done anything like this before, but this is what happens when you hang out with creative people. I personally never saw myself as a creative person, even though I have this outlet, but it's going to be a learning experience. Mark, you've had some experience with cosplaying the Emperor himself. That's why you live and breathe Emperor Palpatine.
3 hours.
So it's
3 hours of
3
makeup,
hours of
man.
makeup. That's
3
insane.
hours, and it was just me and my brother. It was
That's
just me and my brother. And we had to make our own PAX paint using what do you call this? Using acrylic paint and there's another component I forgot, but it's acrylic paint and something that you actually use for makeup, and then you just mix it, and then yeah, we just went to town on my face. Ripping it off was probably the funniest thing I've ever
Probably the most
recorded.
satisfying one, though.
Yeah,
The feeling of getting that
I had
off.
I had blotches of white around my neck as I went to work, like just to hide it. Like,
Oh, you went to
luckily I
work
have
too?
long hair.
You had work
Huh?
too during that weekend?
Oh no, I didn't. I thankfully Vanessa had given me the entire weekend off. So
Oh, you got lucky.
yeah,
I had to reopen
so
Fantasmic. That was a lot of fun. I got that iconic photo with John Favreau and Pedro Pascal.
yeah,
so
that's right. Cause they went there. That's right.
They
that's
walked
right.
through the area, and
Yeah.
I'll forever remember this. It's one of those DLR Cast Life moments where I'm listening to my lead, right? I'm listening to my
Yeah.
lead, but I'm just staring at them as they cross by. And fortunately, I have so many. I have a lot of YouTuber friends in the area at that time, so they were just taking pictures. So it was like, oh my god, it's John Favreau! It's John Favreau! Right next to it, it's me over there in the blue, just standing like an NPC. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And they
fun
were. I think there
times.
was that famous. Well, not famous, but there's that one picture of them getting on the thunder.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one. I think that happened right before the photo with me. So I think that's on my.
Yeah.
If you're on Facebook, um, my Facebook banner is that
Yeah.
image. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's already 1 o'clock here in the morning, everybody. So thank you all for joining us here. Special thanks to our guests Jensen and the Emperor himself, Mr. Mark Monarch. Pleasure of having you on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And
Forward to more.
yeah, our new resident expert, filling in the gaps of knowledge that we have. Again, thanks to Jensen, and unfortunately, Heather couldn't be here tonight to witness this finale. And that's going to do it for us here in the TASG Watch Party. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you all in May 9th. May 9th and May 10th. We'll see what happens. We still have a few more weeks to figure that out for the TASG Watch Party of Star Wars Visions Volume 2. Star Wars Visions Volume 2. So long, everybody. Have a good night.
Night.